Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's like currently 11:30 on October 15th. It's Tuesday night and I am wide awake right now because I took a 2-hour nap earlier, which I knew was going to be a bad life choice, and I told my friends to talk me out of it, and instead they encouraged it. So I took a 2-hour nap. I have class tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. I have a test that I haven't studied for at 9 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, I'm still awake, still haven't studied. I'm surviving. I'm thriving. I'm actually surviving, but the joke I wanted to make was that I'm thriving. It's fine. I'm a mess. The nap clearly didn't do me any favors. Anyway, we're doing a weekly reading vlog this week. Obviously, as you can tell by the thumbnail and title, my friends in my personal life have actually requested these, which is so weird. It's not weird. I love them. It's just weird that like people enjoy it enough. I don't know. It's weird to me. I enjoy it obviously, but I don't know. It's just crazy. So I'm doing a weekly reading vlog. I've missed them and I just haven't really been in a super big reading mood, which is a bummer, but I'm in the middle of a bunch of books right now that I am super excited about. I'm super excited about all of them. And so I think it's gonna be a good reading week, which is why I'm choosing to vlog it. I keep saying that I want to do consistent reading vlogs and then I always flop because the week after the first one goes up, I'm like, wow, that was really good. And then the next day, like a big bout of depression hits and I'm like, I hate my life. I don't want to film it. So, and then I regret it because like I wish I would have just talked and like, I don't know, recorded it so I could look back on it, even the crappy parts, but you know, I don't know. Anyway, that's not what this is about. You want a reading update and you want my reading plans, so let's talk about that instead. So, I am currently kind of listening to 2 audiobooks. The first one is one that I was reading in my bookstore vlog, which you guys seem to really love, and I actually had a ton of fun making it, so let me know how frequently you want those, because I go to the bookstore at least once a week, but I figure you probably don't want a bookstore vlog once a week, and I don't really want to show you my shopping addiction that badly. Sorry. But let me know how frequently you want them. Once a month, every other month, if you want them like seasonally, what you want, if you want like a bigger like bookshop and you want me to like save it for those, or what, or if you like that I just got a couple of books, because I'm sure if you saw me get a bunch of books every time I went to the bookstore, if that was the only time that I bought books, it would probably just look like I was bragging, which is not the case, obviously. But anyway, let me know what you want, how you want it. The videos are for you, not for me, so, you know, just let me know. Anyway, I'm still reading The Song of Achilles on audiobook. I don't know where I am. I haven't moved my bookmark from where that was the last time. I have made a little bit of progress, not a ton, but this isn't one that I've been super inclined to pick up, unfortunately. I was enjoying it, but also, like, I don't know, I'm just not in the mood for this, so I don't know if I'm gonna pick this up or not this week, but the audiobook that I am currently listening, like, actively listening to, I started it today, so I'm not very far in. I'm, like, 1 or 2 chapters in, because I started it right before my nap, is The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. I think I'll put the right title here if that's not it. And I don't remember the author because I'm a horrible human being. But this is one that I think I only saw like Bookables talk about, and she said it was okay. But I personally, for whatever reason, just love listening to adult romance / contemporary on audiobook. Those are just like my favorite ones to listen to for whatever reason. So I have a feeling that I'm going to enjoy this just because I enjoy the experience of like listening to it, because it feels like I'm listening to a rom-com, and that's what I like. So that is the audiobook that I will most likely be listening to throughout the week. And then I am currently physically reading a few books, which feels so good because I want to read all the time and like physically read, and I haven't wanted to physically read in a long time. So like I just feel good about it. So the first one is Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford. I've seen this in the bookstore and then just never picked it up. The title always really intrigues me because obviously suicide notes, that's pretty I don't know, blunt, jarring slightly. And this is about a kid. His name is Jeff. Sorry. His name is Jeff. He is 15, and he wakes up on New Year's in the hospital, particularly the psychiatric ward, and he doesn't really understand why he's there. And they're like, well, you tried to kill yourself. He's like, okay, but I'm not crazy, so I don't need to be here. You can just send me home. And they're trying to get him to talk and open up about why he tried to do what he did. And he's like, no, like, I'm not crazy. I'm not going to talk to you. And they're like, okay, you have 45 days to talk. This is a 45-day program. So you can be silent until then, but you're here for 45 days. And so through him being at the hospital, he kind of like learns that maybe he's not crazy, and maybe the other people here aren't crazy either, and he's not actually that different from them. So it's actually really funny, which sounds like either one, I'm a bad person, or two, confusing. You can decide. But the reviews also claim that it is funny. He just has such like a wit about him. Like, he can't pronounce his doctor's name. It's like Catcher's something. And so he just calls him Cat Poop. And like the doctor asked him like, why did you try and do what you did? And he gets really dramatic about it and goes, I just couldn't stand to live in a world with Paris Hilton. And it's just like, he's just such a funny person, and he doesn't see what he did as like something that needs rectifying. He just says that he did it because he was bored. So I'm very interested. I have a feeling that this is gonna hit really, really close to home, and I hope to love it. I'm already loving it. I'm not super far in. I am currently like 36 pages in, but it's a really quick read. I haven't read it for very long. And I've already laughed out loud so many times. And yeah, I am loving this. So once I'm done with this clip, instead of studying, I'm gonna read some more of this. And then I am also currently reading a graphic novel, and hopefully we'll finish this within the next couple of days, and that is The Backstagers Volume 1, Rebels Without Applause by James Tynion IV, Ryan Sieg, and Walter Baiamonte. This is a super cute and wholesome graphic novel. It's like a magical realism kind of thing is the vibe that I'm getting, about these people who are in stage crew, and behind the stage there's actually like a whole world of fantastical characters and creatures and stuff that nobody really knows about because nobody actually pays attention to all of the hard work that they do. It's also super funny and super cute. I started it like a few days ago, and just put it down because I wasn't in the mood to read, but hopefully I will finish it. I read graphic novels pretty quickly. Typically I read them in one sitting. I don't know why I didn't do that with this one, but hopefully it'll happen. And then lastly, the one book that I'm not currently reading that I will hopefully be currently reading sometime throughout this vlog, I mean, I'm sure I'll pick up other books as well, I just decided not to grab any because I didn't want to stress myself out, is I Hate Everyone But You by Gabby Dunn and Allison Ruskin. A novel about best friends. This is told in like emails and DMs and just like instant messages and stuff like that, and this is about two friends who go to college. They're on opposite sides of the country, and so they can't like hang out with each other anymore, and they're worried that their friendship might not survive that, and so they are keeping in touch through their phones and stuff like that, and just trying to work on that and go through everything that they're going through in college together still, even though they're not at the same college. And this reminds me a lot of Lindsay and I, because Lindsay moved to Florida earlier this year, and it's been really hard not seeing her because I literally used to see her every single day. And of course there are all of my other friends that are at college too, but Lindsay and I would literally see each other every day for months, and now we can only FaceTime and text, which obviously I'm so grateful that we have those things available to us, but it's still so weird. So we're actually going to buddy read this. So if she picks this up this week, then hopefully I will start it. But I'm super excited. I think it's going to be really funny. and really relatable. So those are the multiple books that I am currently reading right now. I am going to go read Suicide Notes and then study for my test because that's important. Tomorrow I have math and forensics, and I also should probably write a paper. I don't want to do that at all. So we'll see if that happens. It should happen. School's important. But yeah, that's what I'm up to right now. I just thought I would start this vlog. This clip is 11 minutes long. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna have to really trim this down because that is bad. All right, I'm gonna go because this is like a third of the time that I normally fill these vlogs with, and I talk a lot. So, sorry. Hope that you guys enjoy this vlog. Hope that you're doing well, and I will check in tomorrow. Hi guys, it is Wednesday, October 16th, maybe? I honestly don't even know. It's like midnight, so technically it's Thursday. I have a paper to write in the morning on a book that I didn't read because I am not very invested in school, to be honest, which is not good. You should pay attention in school, it's important. I'm a hypocrite. Anyway, I thought I would give you a reading update. Also, pardon my appearance. What is this, like, middle part that we've got going on? I look like I don't know, a boy. Yes, pardon my appearance. But I needed to give you a reading update yesterday. Last night, instead of doing my homework, like I probably should have, I got to page 100 exactly in Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford, and I am freaking loving this book. It's so funny and so interesting and so hard to put down. Last night, I made myself put it down and was like, Erin, you need to go to bed. This is important. So I did, but I wasn't happy about it. And I haven't read anything really today. I did listen to a little bit of The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by, oh crap, I forgot again. I looked and now it's gone. Anyway, I just thought I would give you an update. I don't know how far I am in that, maybe like 5 chapters or so, and I am really, really enjoying it. So hopefully we'll continue both of those tomorrow. Tomorrow is my Friday, because I don't have classes on Thursday. I'm sure I will have a bunch of chores. I also have my high risk therapy program. If you didn't know, I went to the hospital. I've talked a little bit about this for my mental health because I was not doing so well. I did that over the summer, and since then I have been seeing a psychiatrist and have been on medicine. I try to be open about it because it's not something that I think people are very open about, and I find it really discouraging when I come online or I literally just go out in public and I see people that are seemingly doing well and thriving, and I feel so crappy inside and just about myself and about my life because you don't see people break down in public or on social media. It's a highlight reel, and people don't typically go out and cry in public. Like, that's not what that's not what public has like been there for. So I try to be open and honest about it just because I know that it makes me feel less alone to know that people aren't doing perfect all the time. Like, that might sound horrible, but I feel like that's part of human nature, is just like knowing that you're not the only one suffering too can make the suffering feel a little less harsh and like isolating. And I've been feeling the isolation come on a lot today, which makes me really nervous. So I'm trying to reach out to friends and say, don't let me do this, which I would encourage all of you to do. And if you want to, DM me on Instagram. Like, I will be there for you as best I can. If you are able to, I would also encourage you to go see a counselor if that's something that you feel comfortable with, or talk to someone that you trust, because of course I will try and be there for you, but there's only so much I can do. But yeah, so I just wanted to be open and honest about my headspace. I have not had a great day, which is why I didn't update you sooner. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but I was really, really close to my lowest low today, and it was really scary because I haven't been there in a long time and it wasn't fun. So if you're feeling low, reach out to your friends. I'm sure people know this, but it's okay to ask for help, and all of my friends that I reached out to were super receptive about it. And if your friends are not receptive about it, then they're not your friends. So that's just if you're feeling anything like I was feeling. 1, I'm feeling it too, and 2, people want to help, even if you don't want to help yourself. So anyway, I just had a quick little update, and that turned into a whole rambling session. Welcome to my vlogs. I'm gonna go to bed now and wake up early and do homework, and then go to therapy, and then go back to class, and then clean my house, and then get my hip tattooed with henna. I think those are my plans for tomorrow. So yeah. All right, I will check in tomorrow, hopefully with a reading update. I still want to finish the Backstagers, so hopefully maybe I can get a good chunk of reading done either tomorrow or on Friday. I'm not sure which it will be, but hopefully one of the two. And yeah, my head is killing me now, so I really am gonna go. I hope you're all doing well. I think I say that in the end of every clip, but I just want to reiterate it. I hope that you're doing well because I love you and you mean a lot to me. So I will see you all tomorrow. It's late, which is why the lighting is this good. But it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, which has become my usual bedtime this week, and that is bad. I need to change that, but I realized that I didn't update you yesterday. I'm not sure if I updated you the day before. I don't know why I decide to do vlogs because I'm so bad at updating them. But here we are. It is Saturday night, technically Sunday morning, and I'm giving you an update. So on Friday, I finished Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. I really, really related to it. If you guys didn't know, I struggle a lot with my mental health. It's something that I have recently been pretty open about on this channel just because I feel like not very many people talk about it, and I am pretty open about it anyway, and if I can help anyone just by talking about it, then that's not something that I mind doing. It's not something that's too personal I mean, it is personal, but it's not something that I don't know. I'm just pretty open about it. Anyway, so this kid is in the hospital for 45 days after he tried to commit suicide, and it's just about his experience. He doesn't think that he's crazy for what he did, and obviously if you have mental health issues, you're not crazy, but he thinks that everybody else in this program is crazy, and so he's like, no, I'm not like them. I'm not crazy. I just did what I did because it was something to do. It wasn't anything like, I'm fine, I don't have a problem, we're fine. And so we follow him, we see his different relationships forming, we see all of the different things that other people go through, we see his therapy sessions and the way that his family is reacting, and just a lot of other things. And I really, really appreciated this book. I loved it. And while it is dealing with something so incredibly heavy like suicide, it is one of the funniest books that I have ever read, and for that, like, I loved it so much. Jeff, our main character, is one of the wittiest characters I have ever read, and I love him with all of my being. He is one of my favorite characters ever. The reason this didn't get a full 5 stars is because I was expecting to relate to it more, and when we find out why he tried to kill himself, it's not something that I can relate to. I'm not going to say what it is because that would be a spoiler, obviously, but it still made me really, really sad, and I wanted to cry when I read that. It just, like, broke my heart that this is the world that we live in, and the reason that he killed himself was the reason that he killed himself, because that is not a reason that anyone should ever want to hurt themselves. So it was still really, really heartbreaking. It was just not a struggle that I've ever related to, which is not the book's fault. I didn't know what the reason was gonna end up being. I just never predicted that it was going to be that, so it kind of caught me off guard. but it still like broke my heart. So I think if I were to reread this knowing what it was, I would probably give it a 5 stars, but I think just because I had different expectations, that's why. But it's amazing. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite books of the year. I read it so quickly. I read it in 3 sittings, and it didn't feel like I was just reading it so quickly that I didn't even realize how much time would pass. And I was just reading it quickly, like not even that much time would pass. I just like didn't even realize that I had read so much of the book when I would read it. I would read 100 pages at a time. So, yes, love it. 4.5, 4.75 out of 5 stars. And then I read a little bit more of The Backstagers Volume 1 today while my sister straightened my hair. It looks weird, huh? No, she did a good job. And now I'm like halfway through, so hopefully I'll finish this tomorrow. I'm just really freaking tired, and I am meeting one of my friends for lunch at 11, and I didn't get up until noon today, so I need to go to bed. But yeah, and then as far as my audiobook goes, I am 25% of the way through The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. I'm enjoying it. Not a ton has happened, but I like our main character, Nina. She's really cool. She's really relatable. But yeah, nothing, just kind of meh, middle of the road thoughts. So I checked my Goodreads goal, and I am only 1 book ahead of schedule, and that is really stressing me the frick out. So hopefully tomorrow I can finish Backstagers and then get a decent amount of the way through The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. And I also need to read The Sweet Hereafter because I have a paper due on it, so that's kind of important. But yeah, so I also need to do like a ton of homework tomorrow, so maybe I'll film that. I don't know if that's something that you guys care to see. Also, I apologize for playing with my hair. It's a habit that I need to stop. So yeah, that's my update. I apologize for sucking at vlogging, but you know, you subscribed. I don't know what to tell you. This is who I am. Accept me as I am or go. That sounded really mean, but like, I mean, it's fine. Nothing personal. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully I'll check in. I'm gonna check in tomorrow. I'm not even gonna say hopefully. I'm not giving myself a choice. It's happening. So I will see you tomorrow, technically later today, and I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, I love you all. Hope you're all doing well. Good night. Do you ever like look at past things you've done and sit there and go, wow, you're a failure? Because that's me right now. Hi, guess what day it is? It's Wednesday. It's not even Wednesday, I'm an idiot. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I need to get my life together. And I just finished editing up to this point in the reading vlog, if you can call it that. Here we are. I don't really know what to say except I suck. So let's see what happened, what excuses I can come up with. Yeah, I didn't feel like updating, not because I didn't want to finish the vlog, just because I was disappointed in myself because I didn't read anything, and so there weren't really any updates, and I felt like I needed to have something to update you, otherwise what was the point? But I was procrastinating on doing homework, so I didn't think that I was allowed to read, and so I didn't read because I didn't do my homework, and I didn't do my homework because I was feeling real low, and so I didn't update you because I didn't read because I didn't do my homework because I was feeling really low. You know what I mean? Do you ever... it's fine. So yeah, that is what happened. I apologize for failing you miserably. I hope that you can still accept me for who I am. I understand if you can't. But let's wrap up this vlog. Finished Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford, and I gave this a 4.75 out of 5 stars. I loved this. It was so it resonated with me a lot. There were also things that I couldn't relate to, but I definitely think that a lot of other people can relate to. And it was also heartbreaking to read, but also so incredibly funny and charming and still shocking all in the same time. This book accomplished a lot in 300 pages, and I freaking loved it. So, probably one of my favorites of the year. It was a perfect, almost perfect book for me. And then I made a little bit of progress in the Backstagers. I'm like 50% of the way through. It's a weird graphic novel. It's cute and good and will probably be on my next wholesome recommendations video because it is super sweet and wholesome, but it's just kind of weird. So that's where we're at with this. Not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just not what I expected, so it's a little weird. I don't know. And then just a couple of hours ago, maybe it was only an hour ago, I finished The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman. I have been struggling with that title and author's name this whole vlog, but I finally got it down. It only took me half an hour of your time. So yeah, I'm gonna give it like a 3 or 4 out of 5 stars, maybe a 3.75. It was cute, it was good, but it's an adult contemporary romance, and I feel like the romance didn't really develop. It was focused on so many other things, and all of which I really enjoyed. It just, I don't know. So, it was good, but it was also just because the romance, the parts that were like romancy, made me cringe and have secondhand embarrassment for the 2 people involved. And all of the other things felt underdeveloped because it felt like the author was just trying to do way too much all at once. But it was also funny, and the family aspects of it were really charming. I didn't even describe this book in this vlog, I just realized, really good of me. This is about a girl who has grown up, and her mom hasn't really been around. Like, she knows her mom, but she travels a lot, and so her mom left her with a nanny pretty much, which has just always been their arrangement, so it's been fine, and she didn't know who her dad was. And then one day a lawyer shows up and says, hey, this is your dad, but also he just died and you have a ton of family that you didn't know about. You have to show up for a will reading and have fun with your family. And so she's meeting all these new people, and she likes being alone, so this is kind of stressful for her. And yeah, it was, I don't know, I don't know, the family kind of felt really split, which makes sense because there are a bunch of kids from a bunch of different marriages and everything like that, and not everyone gets along, which is very realistic, so it was done well in that regard, but also, like, I don't know, it was just kind of, everything just felt undercooked, is the best way that I can describe it. So, I finished 2 books in this week and a half, and then I finished half a graphic novel. I'm not too impressed with myself, but when am I ever? So yeah, I am not feeling great still mentally. Who's surprised? I talk about that a lot in this video, which is the, to be honest, only reason that I'm going to upload it, because to me, yes, mental health is incredibly personal, but I am a pretty open book, and if it's not something that's affecting others negatively by me talking about it, then I'll pretty much tell anybody my whole life story. So obviously there are some things I won't share on here, but my mental health, I'm not too private about, so I will continue to talk about it because I just want to help someone. That's really it. I just want to help someone not feel like I feel, because this, not fun. So yeah, that's pretty much the only reason that I'm uploading this mess of a video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if you made it this far because it was not my best work. I want to try and push myself to do another one just so that I can, 1, get into a habit of doing it, 2, make myself talk about what I'm feeling, because that is important, at least for me, and 3, encourage myself to read more, but I don't know what to do. So I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that your reading is going well, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. I really do. And I hope that you didn't hate this video too much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.